a lot of this stuff is just going to rot away. I mean, obviously the aluminum stuff is probably okay, but this cast iron that's been out here, you can see what I'm trying to step over. Ouch. That is gunked up. What are they asking for it? Let's see. It's a beautiful day. I thought I would wander around and just take a look. This is the place where I kind of got burned on a few deals, but I'm not really in a pickup mood, but I'm nearby, so I thought I'd walk through. Last time I was here, it was really hot. Look at that. Nice little cauldron. So I picked up some of these and I tried to restore them, and they were so heavily pitted. That's from Taiwan. I'm probably not going to fiddle with much, if anything. But there is an old lodge inside of the building I might want to go look at. So I was just talking with one of the helpers. There's another building on the other side over there that is so full of stuff they can't even let people in. And he was complaining that they just need to drop the prices so they can clear out stuff. Look at all those cauldrons. And there's a bunch of them back there too. I came to the conclusion that a lot of this stuff is just going to rot away. I mean, obviously the aluminum stuff is probably okay, but this cast iron that's been out here. So I dug back over there and found a bunch of stuff. You can see I pulled whole bunches of it out. There's still a few interesting little pieces, but nothing that really blows me away. Maybe I'll just come back here and take another look. I tried to pick this up. They wouldn't sell it to me. A number 10 lid. This is an interesting little lid. And there's some stuff down here. COSPER. See, that looks like it would be for melting lead in it. Modern Lodge. This is really cute. I'm going to turn that upside down. These little mini cauldrons are kind of cool. I think there's a gate mark on that one. Oh, that's right. Got a hole in it. Looks like there's less cast iron than when I was here. I don't know. You see what I'm trying to step over. Ouch. There's all the cast iron over there. It's hard to even get back there. See all those pans right there. I looked at them, nothing special. Asian one there. BSR. Ooh. Another BSR, but really gumped up. Look at that one. Number 5. Whoa. That is gunked up. What are they asking for it? Let's see. Hard to do with one hand. 25 bucks, come on. No way. Probably an Asian one here. Nothing special. Unseasoned one. This feels like a Wagner. Unmarked. 35 bucks. Three-notch lunch. All right. So I just came back from this place. I picked up 2 pans, and I paid too much for them, but I'm very curious, and I want to kind of see what I can do with this. Look, first off is this thing. Look at this thing. It is totally crusted and gross, and I'm pretty sure it's a lodge, but it looks like it's a single notch lodge, and I don't have any of these. So I'm looking forward to throwing this in the e-tank and seeing what can come of it, because it is crusty. There was no price on it. You know, I paid $40 for both of these pans, but let me show you what's special about them. Now, some of you people that might be watching, you might go, "This is nothing special about these." But to me, around here, I don't know if you saw earlier when I was in the shop, everything was 3-notch lodges and modern stuff. There's not a lot of really old stuff where I'm at. And this thing, I'm not completely sure what it is either. Could be a Volrath, an unmarked Volrath. It's nice and thin, and the inside is glass smooth. And I think it's a number 7. They had 25 on it, and I couldn't even negotiate really. So I paid 25 for this and 15 for that. Might not be a bad deal. But again, I don't have any pans like this. So I'm curious to see what it'll look like. And this is definitely a great before. Look at that. Look at how much gunk is on the handle. You can't even see the number, whether there's a raised number there or what. That thing is grungy. They both seem to sit flat, but it's hard to tell until you get this crap off of them. So this is super smooth. This is a really nice pan. Staying by for an update. All right, let's take a closer look at these two pans that I picked up today. $25. Looks like it's a number 7. I do not know what kind of pan it is. It's got a heat ring on the outside. Definitely a different kind of handle. Could be a Volrath. But it's glassy smooth on the inside. I think this is going to clean up really nice. I think it sits flat. Let me try it. Yeah, pretty good. Maybe like a little business card off. And then there's this monster. This mess here. Which I guess is a number 7 as well, maybe. I think this is a single notch lodge. Although, no, maybe there's not a break in the heat ring there. So on these single notch lodges, there's just a top one. There's nothing on the bottom. So this could be a very, very early lodge. It's certainly crapped up enough to be. So we're going to throw this in the e-tank and we're going to see what's going to come off of this. See what's underneath all of there. So this should be pretty interesting. So stay tuned. Alright, here is that super cruddy pan with literally just maybe probably an hour or two in the e-tank. And this is my crappy e-tank. Makes you wonder if I can get it better. Let's see how much of this stuff will spray off. So a good bit of it's got an obverse mark. That's the sign of an early lodge. And it looks like it is just a single notch. Let's spray more stuff off of it. I try not to crap up the e-tank with too much of this stuff. So I'll get it to loosen the stuff up and then I'll scrape it off. That's looking pretty nice though. I assume there's a number underneath here. And I assume when I can get this crap off, it'll be a number 7. Will it be incised or will it be obverse? That's the question. I really don't know. I don't know if there was a variation on the numbering on these. I know the really early lodges, it stuck out. It was obverse instead of incised. But there's definitely more crap that's going to have to be coming off of this. But making good progress. And it doesn't appear to wobble. So that's pretty neat. So stay tuned. We'll get an update on this. Out of the e-tank. This one I'm pretty excited about. Ooh, it's a nice windy day. Look at the raised 7. This is the one that I think I paid I paid $40 for 2 pans, and this is a single notch Lodge, very early one, with the heat ring. And as you can see, it's still got quite a bit of crud on it that needs to come off. And this probably would be good in a lye tank. So I'm going to be working on probably putting one together, because I find the E-tank doesn't do well getting on the inside of these pans, and it might be easier to put it in a lye tank. In the past I've done as much as I can in the E-tank and then scrubbed it, and I'm just tired of scrubbing. So let's get this thing clean. Alright, so I'm setting up my first lye tank here. I went to Lowe's and picked up this 17-gallon thing. I've got it filled with roughly about a little bit over 5 gallons. And this is the stuff that you get. This is pure sodium hydroxide, powdered form, and you use 1 pound of it for every 5 gallons. So this is the pan that I'm going to throw in there, just because I think it's going to be easier to get that last little bit of gunk off. So I'm just going to drip drop it right there, and maybe sprinkle a little bit more lye powder on top of it, then cover this thing up and just let it work its magic, and I'll give you guys a report on what's next. So the other day I picked up 2 pans at this flea market that I had gone to before that I hadn't done particularly well at, and one of them I just threw in a lye tank, and this is the other one. These were the 2 pans in addition to the ones that I ran across that were different and unique from all the others, which were common Lodges and BSRs and Wagners. The first pan is this pan right here, which has a heat ring, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I thought it might be an unmarked Vollrath, and posting on some of the social media areas, people have said could be. You got to look for a marking at the 3 o'clock position, and I've been trying to scrub, trying to see if there's anything here, and I haven't been able to reveal anything. Obviously, throwing it in the lye or the E-tank will definitely expose some stuff, but I'm kind of torn because the seasoning on this pan is just exceptional. It literally is like glass. It's so smooth. You could tell this has just been a well cared for pan for decades and decades and decades, and I almost feel like it would be sacrilegious to strip all this seasoning off. I don't know though. I really want to find out what kind of pan it is. What would you do? It's beautiful. It probably will look really good restored too, but it's just so, it's such an amazing coating. But there's definitely, you can see areas where there's different layers of the seasoning that has come off. It's not perfect, but it sure is nice. I've never seen anything this smooth. It's really pretty amazing. So I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to end up stripping it just because I'm bored and I've run out of pans to work on. But I'm torn. So here's an update on this mystery skillet that we thought was a Vollrath. It's still soaking in the E-tank, but I pulled it out and scrubbed it a little bit and managed to get some of it off. It's still so super smooth on the bottom, just like glass. As you can see, there's a in-size number 7 there. It's still got gook on it, but we knew this is a number 7. We don't know is who made it. This underside is more flat than I would expect on a Vollrath, and there may be a marking there. I'm seeing something right there. I guess we'll have to work it down, but I was told that there might be a mark at 3 o'clock on these pans if they're an unmarked Vollrath, but I don't see any other markings. There may still be something to uncover underneath this, but I'm just not sure. Beautiful pan. sits completely flat. And I'll continue to keep it in the E-tank and see what we can see from it. Alright, so here are our 2 pans that I picked up at the Boneyard. And this is quite a bit in the future when I'm back to editing stuff. And I had to dig these up. And I'm looking at them and they came out really good, although I think my seasoning... this is before I got my seasoning technique a little bit better down. You can see the splotches. That's just a little bit too much oil where it leaves these spots. It's important to wipe it down. And you don't see it on the rougher side. You usually only see it on the smooth sides because it tends to pool. Not a problem. I'll probably end up doing some more seasoning on this, but look at the single notch logs. Look how beautiful it came out. Nice obverse letter. Single heat ring with 1 notch, and then the obverse mold marks. This is a classic early Lodge single notch number 7, which is a kind of a slightly obscure size. Not super rare, but quite useful. So I'm very pleased with this. It came out pretty good. For now, this is in my my collection. I'm not necessarily looking to do anything with it. And now here's the other one, which was also a number 7. Doesn't have a lot of seasoning on it, so you can see it's kind of almost got a silvery, bronzish. I haven't seasoned it too much, but it's still, I will put a little bit too much oil on it, and you can kind of see the oil splotches. But this thing is so smooth. It's just beautiful, magnificent. Still not completely sure what it is. It's got an outer heat ring, and it just has a number 8 there. That's it. And there's also a number 8 on the inside and underside of the handle, but you can see here it says 7, so it's a number 7, and it does match the same size as this pan. So I'm not sure what it is. Could it be a whey pack? I don't know. A Vollrath. Vollraths usually have the mold marks on the side and they're turned 90 degrees. So I don't really know. I'm going to have to do some more research into it. It's it's somewhat crudely made, but it's really nicely finished. So it's just an absolute beautiful pan. I'm going to continue to do more research on it, and we'll see if we can figure it out. If you have any information about this kind of pan or recognize this handle style or anything, please leave comments. And then until next time, I hope to see everybody soon. Thank you.